Hello, we're live and we're very sad because we're in mourning.
Yes, last week we were getting married. This week we're mourning.
Whose death are we mourning?
Harper Lee.
Harper Lee, yeah. This will be a tribute video to Harper Lee, even though she has nothing to do with the Shadowhunter world. She deserves a tribute episode. Because she was awesome. So this is for you, Harper Lee. We're in your mourning. This actually works out quite well. Next week, we're going to be Shadowhunters in Black.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So welcome to our Shadowhunters live show, the third one we have. And we are going to be doing it on episodes 5 and 6.
Woo!
Woo! I'm so excited to talk about these because I think that my favorite episode has already been shown in these past 2 episodes. So... I hope, I don't know any of your thoughts on it because, okay, the thing that Christine uploads every week, just a new episode of the Shadowhunters, reaction, and I can't watch them when she uploads them because I have to wait until we have this live show, so I don't know her thoughts on it already.
I don't look at any of your Shadowhunter stuff either, so we have fresh, every time.
Fresh slates, going into this, without knowing each other's thoughts. I think it's a good thing. If you guys want to ask us questions, go onto Twitter and go hashtag Poland Utopia to know more and for us to answer your questiones. Poland Utopia, right? Yeah, Poland Utopia.
Poland Utopia.
Our amazing hashtag. Okay, so Christine, how about you start this week on your opinions on episodes 5 and 6?
Is it 5? Yeah, 5 and 6. Okay.
Yeah.
Episode 5 is by far my favorite of the episodes thus far, and I was just, oh, Sasha, you're frozen. Are you still here? Okay, episode 5, you're still frozen. I'm just gonna say episode 5. Episode 5 is my favorite so far. I was really enjoying the back and forth with Alec and Simon. It was so much fun. Episode 6, I feel like was not as good. It was a lot of information dumps. I didn't think it was terrible or anything, but I just thought as compared to the episode before, it was just a step backward again, and I wish we didn't have flashbacks because I feel like those were very poorly done. Sasha, it's not back yet. Sasha!
I just left. The Wi-Fi was still on and it left me. I was, okay, no. So wait, where are we?
Okay, you're back now. I was just saying how, okay, episode 5 is my favorite so far. Alec and Simon working off each other was hilarious. And
yes.
Episode 6, I wasn't too big of a fan of because those flashbacks were done so poorly, and there's just a lot of information dumps that we could have seen it and done it, had a whole flashback episode, which would have been really amazing. I think if we had our regular actors too, not these random young actors that look nothing like the actors that are playing them now. But oh no, Sasha. Okay, while Sasha's coming back, let's see. Movie, book, or series, asked a book with B, and right now I'm gonna say obviously the books. But if you're getting a movie or series, I'm still sticking with the movie is way closer to the aesthetic of the books than the series at this time. Hello, you're back.
Okay, I know what you're talking about though, so this is good.
Okay. What did you?
I heard your points. Okay, so I agree that the flashbacks of the last episode were kind of the down point of it. I honestly did not really like them. I felt like they were very poorly done. But my favorite of everything was just the Malik. They are such Malik shippers, I feel like the writers. Everything was done so well, and I'm just was loving it. So I loved the 5th episode the most out of all of them so far, just because of the Malik. And I know that's not the reason that I should like it because of the Malik, but that is the reason because I know it's just one reason why I liked it, but anything with Malik in it, I love. No matter what, they're my ultimate OTP.
Yeah, and Alec is one of the best actors and most fun person to watch on the show.
Oh my god,
anything I enjoy.
And he's a really good actor, and I think he's him and Simon are the characters, the actors who embody their characters the most. Just the actors who play them.
Yeah, and one of the big things I was talking about in my episode 5 discussion was that Alec is like Jace in the books, in the TV show. He has the lines that Jace has in the show, with him and Simon and Clary. He was saying things that Jace would say when he's around Simon and Clary. Yeah. I'm really sure I don't want to hear this story about you guys being engaged. was such a Jace line.
No, and like honestly, I felt like Jace in the past, in the last episode especially, he seemed like a bully. He didn't seem, and like yes, Jace does bully around Simon, but he's not that awful. And I kind of felt like thrown off by that. And like I liked everything about episode number 5. I thought it was like improving, but once I found out that there's gonna be like flashbacks and stuff, I was kind of like, eh. So like half like a pretty much majority of episode 6, I was kind of just like lukewarm about it, but at the end, I really did like it when the action started picking up.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Jace is still just weird. I feel like he's been switched with Alec's personality in the book, because Alex was just really mean all the time in the first book and moody, and that's what Jace is doing, and Alec is being Jace. He's like moody in a funny way.
Yeah, I know, exactly. And like, I don't know, whenever Alex smirks, like he has like this small little smile that's like, no. I'm like, oh, it kills me because he's so attractive, but he's also like he has Alec down, and I feel like there is chemistry between Alec and Harry, because they even though they're both straight men, they still are able to have like portray these characters because they're just dang good actors who know how to have chemistry. And I'm really happy about that, because I was really worried that it wouldn't be a really like fluid romance that would start brewing.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think Magnus is exactly the Magnus we have in the book, but I'm still enjoying like the Malik relationship. Is still like a cute thing that's going on right now. But oh god, I just lost my train of thought. What were you just talking about?
So this is like me all the time. I was just talking about how oh shoot.
I had like a point.
We were talking about how like you were saying how like Harry, Alec, not Alec, Magnus in the show wasn't like the one.
Yeah, I forgot where I was going with it. I was going to say something about Alec, and I just don't remember. Anyway, yeah, I'm still enjoying their relationship, even though it's not like what I think of it in the book. It's like a separate, different kind, but it's still cute. But, Natasha keeps tweeting saying to answer this question.
Oh my gosh.
She said, what's the most cringeworthy scene or the most on-point scene thus far?
Ooh, do you know what was a cringeworthy scene for me? Oh my, okay, I know how bad this is gonna sound. I know how bad it is, but like I can't help it. The relationship between Clary and Jace, yes, it's very fast in the books, but seeing it on the screen, I cannot help but cringe whenever he like holds her face like, I will never let anything happen to you. And I'm like, I can't, it's unbelievable. I wish it was, but like, honestly, I wish the romance was more like how Alec and Magnus is kind of starting up. It's very like
kind of cutesy.
It's gradual, it's cutesy, but it's not like that's this like emotional and very like forthcoming.
Yeah. Oh, I have this weird theory that I just talked about in my like latest review thing. Yeah. But you know how awkward he is with her all the time. Like the chemistry isn't there, and I'm thinking like, is it possible that Dom doesn't know that they're not actually brother and sister, and then he's playing it like he's gonna be her brother?
Oh.
Like, oh. I mean, you'd think someone had told him, but I know he's only read book 1.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know. He seems really protective and brotherly.
I think that's the case, honestly. If that is, I can totally see it happening. Because, like, sometimes actors are like, yeah, I only read the first book because I don't want to get too ahead of myself.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he said.
I hope somebody, like, informs him that they're not actually siblings. I
feel like they must have, but now I'm just thinking, like, it feels like he's playing it that way.
It would make complete sense, honestly, if that's the case. Yes. I agree with that.
Remember last week when someone asked us, not last week, 2 weeks ago, when someone asked us if we're shipping Clary and Alec, but in episode 5, I found myself shipping Clary and Alec.
Me too! Okay, the moment when, like, he, like, goes into the room after Luke's, like, all good and, like, they're just cleaning up, he, like, goes to pick up a book off the floor, and they just, like, start talking, I'm like, yeah. Maybe.
I know. They have chemistry.
Not book Clary and book Alec, but TV show Clary and TV show Alec. Maybe.
Same. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, this is weird.
Oh, you know what's also weird? I love Jace and Alec's relationship, but in the show, it seems like almost like Jace is in love with Alec because he's like, don't you talk about Alec that way.
Oh my god, I know.
It kind of just seemed like he was in love with him. It was like, don't you hurt my baby.
It was so weird. It was just like such an overreaction too. Like he would say something about it, he's like, don't talk about him. You don't deserve
I'm like, this was like happened way too quickly. What just happened? Like, I just didn't get it. Like, I was just kind of confused. But like, I feel like all the characters are getting better. But Jace is still kind of just like that character for me that I'm waiting to wow me.
Mm-hmm. What did you think about that weird cockroach demon that came out of the
That
building?
was so random. Oh my god, and what I found was funny because, like, okay, you're a film student, so you will understand the way that angles work. And, like, they totally filmed it so they didn't have to, like, put too much money into the CGI effects.
They always do. I know. Weird. But it's just, like, such a random demon to show because all their demons in the show have looked kind of the same with that weird mouth thing that looks like a plant. And then we have this random cockroach demon. It's just like, what?
Okay, that's a thing. Nice. Oh, what do you think about Izzy? And her kind of becoming more like her mother. I know that's like not in the books, but I kind of like that aspect of it. I think it's interesting.
It's interesting because I'm not sure. I think her mother is kind of shaming her into it. You know, kept saying that she dresses like a prostitute. She dresses like so scandalously, and there was this whole weird thing which I made a big deal about in my review about like honor, like Mulan, like you must bring honor to our family.
Oh, and the arranged marriages.
Yes, and oh my god, what did you think about the arranged marriage?
I actually had to think. I'm like, okay, I know I read these books like a while ago, but did they have like arranged marriage?
No.
I'm like, Alien or something. Not Alien. Oh, that's Throne of Glass. No, but you know that there, you know the lesbian couple in the book, in the Mortal Instruments series.
Aline and Helen.
First, I'm like, wait, what if like she comes in and like there's like that relationship with them, because like I could see that like work like kind of interesting, and I wouldn't mind. But I don't think it would happen. I just don't know. I just don't really get why they would add that in.
The arranged marriage, they're just trying to add drama, I think, to the whole Malik situation. Because if he's in an arranged marriage with a girl and he's gay and he hasn't come out of the closet yet, but I don't know, it just felt really weird because they said they have to do it for like a political reason. Like he's the king of a country and there's another king and the queen.
I was like, dang, like what is with this? I just noticed that my lower third isn't on.
Oh god, oh yeah, because you left and came back. Oh man.
Queen.
Let's see. Oh, okay. This is a good question. What did you think about the cookbook thing?
I don't know what I think about that, because like it was sweet that her dad did that, but honestly, the way her dad approached her, I know I'm not trying to pick out the little creepy things or like things that are bad about it, but I kind of felt like it was like kind of just weird how he's like, I got you a present.
It was weird. I agree.
Okay, I was the only one, because it felt like more like something a boyfriend would do than like a father. I mean, like, yeah, like dads bring home presents to their like daughters all the time, but just the way he said it made me be like, oh, yeah. What do you think?
I completely agree with that, but and what came into my mind, I was just mad that he got her a cookbook, because why would he get Izzy a weapon? It's like you're telling her to get better at being in the kitchen.
Oh, and, but isn't she like doesn't she like cooking but she sucks at it?
Well, I don't think she likes cooking. She just cooks sometimes and she sucks at it, right? Like, but okay, everyone in my comment section was saying, which I completely forgot about, in City of Glass, you know, the Book of Grey, the Grey book is in the cookbook in one of the houses in Idris. So yeah, there's like a whole theory that the book is in there that can unlock Jocelyn's mind.
That would be actually really interesting. Oh, and also going along with like little hidden things that they've been putting into the show. JC.
Oh yeah.
In the box. I like that they have that. I'm really happy they have that. But I'm just like trying to think, like even if they're going, they do have like the structure of the story still within the TV show. I just want to see how they're gonna weave Jonathan into it. Just really bad, like really badly.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm nervous about that too.
Like, I'm really curious how they're gonna do it, because they have him there. They have the basis. They had like his hair in the box, which I loved. I loved those details that they had in here. But I'm just like, I want to see how they're gonna weave it in, because I don't want them to go too off from the books, or else like getting back to that plot line is gonna be a little bit difficult.
Yeah, I agree.
They were so young when they were in the flashbacks that I'm like, can they have children?
Of course, yeah, no, that's the thing. the flashbacks were not so far in, it wasn't like they were 10 years old, so they don't look completely different. They just look like younger versions of what they look like. And these actors were completely different looking than our actors. You should have just had the regular actors back then, because by then she had already had Jonathan.
Yeah. And Clary was like
pregnant with Clary.
Yeah.
Like, it was just, and I know she must have been like 21 or something when she got pregnant, but like,
the actors look like my age, but except the Valentine. I wish that they just had had the older actors, but made them look younger. Like, just put some hair on Valentine and Facetune him and like just make him look nice. Facetune.
Yeah, just give him a wig. Like,
him look nice and like baby face. Like, just edit that.
That actor was so over the top, the Valentine one.
And the way he like held hands, like they're like, oh, let me hold your hand. Let's be like powerful, awesome people together. I'm like, what? Huh? Okay.
Faces like.
And can we talk about like how when he was getting the mortal cup, like there was like tons of like dead people around him. You see, like slaughter them all, but somehow he killed people that were like all the way at the back of the room when he was just making his way like to the front. And I'm like, this doesn't make sense.
That whole shot just looked like they dressed a theater. It looked like a theater, and they were like, lay down, and you walk up the steps and pretend you killed them. Like, it actually looked like it was just a pretend stage thing in a play or something.
Yeah, no, it seriously did. I'm like, it's kind of unbelievable. I'm just saying. But like
the stabbing and the ice melting.
It's just like this is why that like. If the show, I think that it would be much better if the production quality like is just upped. I think that will be if there is a second season. I think it will be. But as of right now, I feel like that's one of the downfalls of the show for me. Just the way that it's been filmed, like the angles. And I know this is just like I'm not even a film major, but like I've been around film majors a lot recently, and like just like I know angles, and it just does. It seems like these little mistakes that they've been making are too obvious to make.
It's really, the cinematography makes such a huge difference, and they're shooting it like a sitcom, just like straight forward in so many different scenes. It could make all the difference if they were just using different lenses and like doing creative shots, and they're not.
No, yeah, exactly. And so I just want them to get a little bit more experimental with it and kind of just like make it their own.
Yeah, I think you get such a more serious tone if it was shot in a more creative way. Emma Books said something really funny.
I was looking at hers.
Yeah, no. So someone asked Cassandra Clare, "What is one thing you would never put in the Shadowhunters world?" And she said, "Arranged marriage."
Cassie, you're our queen. Thank you. I think Cassie's responses on like everything and J.K. Rowling's are just so great.
I know.
I love the sass. Like Cassandra, you slay, and J.K. you slay. That's great. I'm retweeting that. That's a retweet.
So funny.
Okay, what's some other messages?
Sophia from the Book Basement said, if we could recast any character, who would it be, and who would you replace them with?
Oh, can I? Okay, this would be like controversial. I'm sorry, I don't mean this way, but even though Jamie Campbell Bower did not look like Jace, he embodied him so well, in my opinion. And yes, the acting, like certain lines that they had were really shitty. I understand that, but you could just see that he understood the character of Jace. And if I wanted to just choose him and like flip flop the character, like the actors, I would do that. I would have Jamie Campbell Bower be Jace.
I think I would throw Lily in as Clary.
Oh, actually, yeah. Can we just have Jason and Clary that? Honestly, I would not mind. And they actually do have chemistry because they dated for years after.
Yeah, and the thing is, I mean, if we put them in the show, though, I don't know if they'd be able to be as good because the writing in the show isn't up to par. Like the Jace in the show doesn't act like Jace that we know. So I don't know.
It's difficult. I loved Lily Collins as Clary. Okay, Lily Collins was my Clary, no matter what. Even before I knew that she was cast as Clary, she was my Clary. Just because, I've just seen, fan castings going around, Tumblr when I started reading the books. And, then she got fan casted as one of them. And so did that girl from Castle. I'm like, oh, they would be great Clarys. And so I loved Lily Collins from the start. And, from personally meeting Lily, at the mall events that they had whenever they toured, she's literally the nicest person ever. That, not just because she's a celebrity, she's just genuinely a great good person. And like I think that's really what helped her bring Clary to life, because she has that, like, she just has that, like, really nice, like, come approach me feel to her.
Yeah, no, she seemed really nice, and she's just better. Not to say she's better at acting, but she's better at portraying Clary.
No, yeah, without a doubt. Like, I think that Katman Amara, later down the road, she's still really young. Later down the road, I think that she'll become a better actress and be able to kind of feel herself in the role. But I feel like right now, a lot of it's been just, like, pushed upon them, because, like, I feel like they did not have that much prep time to get used to the characters. And I don't know. I don't feel like I see Clary and Jace when I watch the show, and that's like the part that kills me about it, because I love Clary and Jace. They're one of my favorite OTPs out there. Yeah, so that's just one of the things that I have been having an issue with when it comes to like feeling the show.
I feel like that's a big thing that's probably hindered the show in general. It was rushed. The actors were rushed. Like, didn't they go into filming like a week after some of them found out that they were even casted in the show? Which is just not a lot of prep time at all. And I bet the writers had a very short period of time to get all those scripts together.
Yes.
And that's another reason why a lot of them feel like lazy writing. The line, we're Lightwoods, we break noses and we deal with the consequences, said seriously from Alec's mouth. I was just like, are you for real right now? Like, this is an inspiring quote? No, stop.
Stop. Oh, can we talk about, okay, so they have Max in the 6th episode.
Yes.
Okay, Max, I'm happy they have him here, but he looks nothing like any of his family. He has blonde hair.
Exactly what I said. I was like, was he adopted?
Because I loved his like little swagger. I loved like how he like brought him to the screen. But like he did, I'm totally fine with them having Max in this. Totally, because that's what it was like in the book. Actually, they didn't have Max till the 2nd book, but that's fine. I don't really care. But it's just he did not look like the Lightwoods, and the Lightwoods were so good with the consistency of their like features until.
They look so alike, and to make this TV family look so alike, it's just great because they look really real as a family. And then you bring in the brother, and he looks completely different.
Are they babysitting him?
Weird decision.
It was very confusing.
Did you think it was a weird decision to have Robert be bald as well? Because he just looks a lot like Valentine. Not that all bald people look alike, but don't you think like?
Yeah, I didn't even think about that up until now, but I can totally see that, because I pictured him as dark hair, like really luscious dark hair, and like kind of like Alec's hair.
Yeah, look at his kids.
So I'm like, okay. Also, Maurice, I can never pronounce her name right, but her hair is so long.
Her hair is so long.
I feel like it grew like between episodes, and I'm like, damn girl, like that is a ponytail.
Yeah, and I feel like they're probably doing that to make her look more like Izzy, because they're supposed to look so alike. And it's just what?
They do look really similar.
Yeah. When Izzy dresses up as her, she looks just like her.
Oh yeah.
But it's weird that they'd make them look so alike. Again, coming right back to the Max thing, and it's just like weird.
That is. Oh, that's so true. Somebody just came up like with this is from Kate, and she said, "Do you think we'll see the Sealy Queen anytime soon?" I have no clue. Maybe. Do they even have like Sealy Queen cast?
They've got to have her. I feel like because Merlin is a big part of the show. I feel like the Sealy Queen has to be a character if he's going to be a character. But I don't know. Someone asked, Shadowhunters USA asked, do you think Mars already knows about her husband's affair? And that's what I was thinking when she was crying. I thought that maybe she found out about the affair.
I totally forgot about the affair, honestly. That totally could be it. I could see that. There's a question here that is about the preview for the next episode, which I do think is something that we should talk about, is from the Book Addict. And she said, have you seen the preview for next week's episode where Simon sleeps with Maureen and Clary stabs Jace? What?
I saw that.
Wait, I didn't see this. Wait, I'm gonna watch it. This is a thing. I saw like one episode, but okay, so
like these are like hallucinations or something, or dream sequence.
I feel like I don't feel like they're like legit thing. I think that he may be hallucinating that, Simon, because he's transitioning into a vampire.
Yeah, me too.
Wait, I haven't seen this. Wait. Shadowhunters, episode 7, right?
Or maybe he did sleep with Maureen and he's just imagining that it's Clary.
Oh my, wait, where is this oh, do you see, like, there's a sneak peek that's so funny. It's with Izzy and Alec, and they're like supposed to get into this one building, and it's just like, it's the funniest like little scene ever, and it makes me excited for next week's episode. I'm not really sure how to explain it because I'm not sure the context of why they're in this building, but I totally recommend any of you guys check it out. It's like, it's called Shadowhunters, episode 7 sneak peek. It's funny. Alex is adorable. Wait, I want to see this, like,
he's always adorable in the show.
Adorable. Wait, where is this, like, promotion, like, preview?
I know, I'm just looking through the questions. Let's see here.
You look through the questions, find one, and I'll find it.
Look for the link here.
Honestly, the character of Maureen, I think she's a good actor, but I'm just confused by, like, how they combine. I feel like she would make a good Maya.
Yeah, I do too. I loved his line though, about, I think he was referring to her when he was like, there's lots of females who have non-friend, more than a friend-like feelings for me.
It's like, oh my gosh.
Like, yeah, there are, Simon. There are.
It's like, oh, I want to give him a hug and be like, yeah, do you think that? I'm kidding. I would love Simon. Like, Simon's adorable. But like about Clary stabbing Jace, yeah, that's totally like that's not her. That wouldn't happen. If that happened, I would just be like, eh.
Yeah, no, that doesn't make any sense. Like, it's gotta be a dream or something, or else we're gonna be like, WTF.
That would like really make me mad because I'm like, you don't stray too far away from the book, so it doesn't even make sense to the people who read them. And I feel like the people who haven't read the books probably are like, oh my god, Clary stabbed Jace, but like we're like, yeah, probably not. Don't worry.
And also, it's just weird that they're always stabbing. I think we've talked about this. The Shadowhunters using Seraph blades against each other. Like, Seraph blades are for demons.
Just stab them with a regular knife. It will work just as well.
It's like, stop.
Like, stop. So what do you think you're doing? Oh, okay.
Oh, what do you think about Simon hallucinating about his death and hallucinating Camille? What?
Oh. Oh, I actually hope that it somehow, like, a demon killed him then, so that he could just get on with, like, you know, the vampire-ness of him. But
he's still alive.
Wait, didn't he have to die to?
Yeah, he goes back to the vampire place. They all attack him, and Raphael saves him and brings him to the Institute when he's, like, having his last dying breath. And then Jason, Clary, and Isabel go bury him because he has to be buried and claw out to become a vampire.
So I want to see how they're going to do that. I really hope it's in the next episode, because if it's not, I'm going to be like, just stop dragging it out.
No.
With it. And, oh, do you see, like, I tweeted out, like, these, like, the next promotional photos that they have? And literally, Simon looks like Alec in it. I thought he was Alec. And, like, that's Simon! Simon looks like Alec. Like, what? Ah!
I did not see this.
Really weird.
When do you think Clace will finally happen? Says Abby. Like, Clace has been happening in an awkward way since
way too much. That's so true, though. Like, honestly, I feel bad that I cringe at their moments. I don't want to, but just the lines that they've been given.
I know. You know, what about that line when Clary is with Magnus in episode 6? You know, she's hanging out with him, and he's telling her that she has to draw, and he's going to tell her the story about what happened with the circle, and she goes, "Bring it, Warlock!" Like, she doesn't know his name.
Just these lines that they've been given, honestly, like, I'm just like, you cannot, like, make that line sound good.
It's just, why would she say that when they're already talking for a while? They know each other. She knows his name. It sounds like rude. If someone was like, "Bring it, girl," to me when we're being talking, it's just like, just say "bring it," and why are you saying "bring it" at all? Like,
like, okay, honestly, I kind of want to reread City Bones because I feel like, as much as I know Clary, I feel like just seeing this portrayal of her is kind of like making it fuzzy in my brain, like what she was like before. But if I want to do that, I'll just go watch the movie because I think that Lily Collins really does portray her so well in the movie that, like, just her lines, especially at the beginning of the film, were really good and very accurate to how she
was the best.
Yeah.
And
the ending was like, no, but the beginning was good.
Yeah, the beginning was good. But when I remember when I was watching it, I was like, oh wow, this is like really good. And then we get to the point where she gets to the institute and things start getting a little different. But
like what's happening?
The TV show, it's on point.
I know. I really hope that they have the greenhouse in one of the next few episodes. Not the scene that they kiss in, but just like they mentioned the greenhouse, because I want to know if they're gonna have their kiss in the greenhouse or they're just gonna have somewhere random.
I don't know how long that'll take either. What if in the show they're actually brother and sister? They can't do that.
And then Alec and Clary can be together.
Then look at our dream.
And then Simon and Magnus be together because they're both mortal.
Oh my god. I was like,
just change up the whole entire storyline and then I'll be fine.
I could picture them doing that and us all like wanting to kill the show.
Like literally, I will fly to like LA, go to first thing on a human, Tasha. Then I would go to their studio and be like, "What the hell are you thinking, you idiot? Give me your script. We're gonna rewrite this whole entire thing and redo it and make it better. Let's recast. Like, let's do all this shit." But like honestly, I would really. I'm feeling that they may do something because we don't know the ending of this. You mentioned before, like how was it you mentioned it or somebody else? But like something about them changing the ending of the TV show. So us.
Jesse was talking about that, I think.
What?
I don't know. I mean, they might change the ending, but I don't think they change it that drastically that they're actually related. That would be.
Gosh, I hope not, because I love that bit because it freaks everybody out.
Yeah, I love that too. I mean, in the book, it was just like such a torturous plot twist.
I was like, I went on like Wiki on like, this can't be real.
I was like, it's definitely not going to be real because how can they do that to us? Like,
real or not real? Real.
I'm trying to find a good question, and it's like there's so many questions. I'm not sure where to start here.
This one's from Brittany Walker, and she asks, "What do you think about Alex sleeping over at Magnus's?" And that's shown in the preview of the next episode. Yes, but they're probably not doing anything. But they're probably just like talking. Yeah, but like I love it. I love how like Alec is like you kindly see like his character be like emerging out of like his like stone cold.
Yeah, he's being vulnerable.
Yeah, and you see him like actually as Alec for the first time now, and I love it. I love his smile.
I see in the books you really don't get to know Alec. I feel like, I mean, he doesn't come into himself until the Shadowhunter Academy books, and he's so different. You really have to read it.
I'm gonna read it after I finish my book now because you convinced me. Like I think like this is like your third time to convince me to read it, and like I just gonna take one time, but the first time I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a thing, and if Christine like it, I'm probably gonna like it too because we like the same books. Second time you said it was during our last live show. I'm like, okay, I really need to read it. Now I'm like, okay, let me go buy it on like right now.
I literally like because there's like 10 like stories. I went down and I was just like bye.
I kind of want to listen to audiobooks.
Oh yeah, or listen to the audiobooks because those should be great because Sam.
Yeah, Hewitt narrates them. I think I won't be like I won't be like that engrossed in the story because I'm gonna be like, Sam, speak.
Lizzie asks, do you think any of the acting has improved?
What do you think?
I feel like maybe Jace was a little better in this episode, the most recent one.
Yeah, he was a little bit. I felt like he wasn't really in this episode because I'm like, what are they doing? Like wandering around like a warehouse for the last like 5 scenes.
He definitely had more lines in this episode than the other episode. That's why the episode 5 was so great because we had like barely any Jace.
Oh no, what are they doing with Jace? I feel like they're trying to like make him so much more complex than he needs to be because like he is a complex character, but they're making that like they're adding on to that by making him like have like really not so nice lines, and that's not Jace. Jace is snarky, but he's not mean.
Yeah, they're turning him into like a bully, like you were saying. He's really cruel to Alec. And Alex is Parabatai, and the amount of times they have to remind each other that they're Parabatai in the show. It's like, we get it. You don't have to be like, I'm your Parabatai, you're my Parabatai. You're not like, shh.
You understand? Like in the movie, they didn't even mention it. So it's like one extreme or the other. That's what we're getting.
It's just like, calm down. We know, you know, he knows.
I forgot. It's like they're trying to get us to remember how to pronounce the name.
I always have said Parabatai, and I know it's Parabatai. Everyone who hears me say Parabatai is like, you're saying it wrong. I know, but Parabatai sounds weird to me.
Yeah, you're right. It's Parabatai. Parabatai.
Parabatai, I like it rolls off the tongue better.
I'm no joke. I'm actually buying the Shadowhunters Academy right now. You look what you've done to me, Christine.
What do you think about the werewolf cat flap? What werewolf cat flap? Do you know what they're talking about?
Wait, the werewolf cat?
Wait. What is that?
What was the werewolf cat?
Talking about werewolves, though, what did you think about this scene where he, like, randomly stuffs him in a warehouse and he gets attacked by werewolves in the flashbacks?
Oh, I was like, wait, no, they didn't. No. I was like, well, Valentine, he would totally do that, but then again, like, I don't know.
Back then, the whole thing was, first of all, Jocelyn and Luke weren't actually in love. Jocelyn was in love with Valentine, but she was starting to be, like, freaked out. Luke loved Jocelyn, but Luke and Valentine were Parabatai, and Valentine cared about Luke. Yeah. So he would never have done that back then. It was an accident when he got attacked by the werewolves, and then because Valentine hates werewolves so much because of something that happened, I don't know, I read about this in Shadowhunter Academy, or something that happened to his family with werewolves. That's why he wanted him to kill himself, because he hates werewolves.
Yeah. Like, okay, so, like, I feel like they could have, like, stuck more true to the books with this sentence, because it wasn't that, like, complicated in the book, so I feel like they could have, like, I don't know, the flashbacks, they could have done without those, or at least, like, not as, in the way that, like, Luke was thrashing on the couch when he had that injury was just so unbelievable.
The whole injury was confusing because it was a werewolf bite and he was already a werewolf and now he's the alpha, so I'm just confused.
I feel like they could have left out, like, all that, like, injury stuff and just had him, like, recite to Clary, this is what my life was like and how, like, I want to tell you about this, because I think that would have done enough for it to be, like,
I mean, like, they should have made it a flashback episode. It just keeps coming back to, like, the story was weird because our whole episode was just a tool for people to tell Clary about the past.
Yeah, it's like they've been doing these things recently, like in this every single episode. I feel like they've been forcing upon information that people who haven't read the books don't know, and that's just been what they've been doing. And I'm just waiting for the point where they stop doing that and, like, just start going more into the story in the
present. Like, the thing is, that's why the episode with episode 5 was so great, because we weren't just, like, dumping information. The whole thing with the show, like, the whole thing with any sort of story, you want to show it, not tell it. Yeah. And what they're doing is just telling it and having these weird flashbacks to just back it up when they could just do an episode and show us everything in a better way.
No, like, literally, I totally agree. And so, like, even though the last episode was probably not I think it would be my least favorite, because they didn't really, nothing really progressed in the story, except Clary knowing just more about what she's already known. And I mean, that's good, but I just wish that we got to progress more into the actual story that was happening, like, in real time.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesse just had something. He just said,
I gotta get to it.
wait, I just, like, missed it. It said, like, who would, something about Parabatis and, like, who would your real life one be? Would it be fictional? Your real life or fictional Parabatai be?
Who would your IRL or fictional Parabatai? Well, it's hard to know fictional because you've never met those people.
I mean, I feel like I know them.
I feel like I know them, but, like, how would they react to you?
I mean, they would probably, like, run away, like, screaming. Like, who are you?
If you have someone, who would you pick?
Oh gosh, would it be, like, a fictional or real person?
I guess we should do, well, do you have one for either one? Which one do you have an answer for either?
I feel like, okay, I'm not gonna pick a booktuber because I feel like anybody in the booktube community could be my Parabatai. So I think I would pick, like, my best friend, like, Gabby, because Gabby, like, I think that would really work out, because she would be, like, Jace and I would be, like, Alec, because, like, at least in the show, because Jace, like, is, like, bosses around Alec all the time, and I know Gabby bosses around me, but it makes for a good friendship, because at least one of you has the guts to do so, and
Yeah. No.
But like, yeah, so I think Gabby, but my fictional one, I think I would pick a guy, so Jamie Fraser, so we can have a romance. And
No, you wouldn't have a romance. You'd be stuck in this Parabatai relationship.
Forbidden romance is amazing.
Like I've started Lady Midnight, and it's already torturous.
Oh my god. Okay, see that? Okay, honestly, I'm a sucker for forbidden romance. So honestly, I would like love that. Or like my in real life, Parabatai be Sam Hewen, so we can fall in love still. It'd be forbidden romance.
See, in Shadow Under Academy, there's a story about when Emma and Julian do the Parabatai ceremony, and it's so frustrating watching it happen because we know they're gonna fall in love, and we're like, don't do it.
Okay, like how much I want to know how much are each of the stories on Audible, but it's not telling me. But they're like 1 hour long. I'm like, yes, I can listen to that when I'm doing my workout.
Will they be on Audible? Will they be like overcharging for an hour?
I swear if they like charge more than like $5 for each one, I'm gonna cry.
It could be like $3.99, just the same as like the actual audio, the actual books, ebooks. But yeah, for my real life Parabatai, I mean, I'd probably pick my best friend, Katie. Because, yeah, but for fictional, I don't know. Like I jumped to Simon, but then I was like, I love Simon, so I wouldn't want to set that up to be like a forbidden love thing. And like, I feel like Izzy is so intense, so I don't know.
That's one of the things. Like you never know.
I know. I don't know.
No, you know who we should pick for our Parabatais? So I should pick Clary, you should pick Emma, because that's who we always get compared to.
And would be just like twin Parabatais.
Oh, sweet. They're $3.77.
Nice.
Why 77 cents? That's what I'm looking for.
Cheaper than the ebooks then.
Oh, look, by like 22 cents. Or actually, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna totally get a bunch. How many are they? Like, are there like 10?
Okay, how much or what? The ebook?
How many
oh, there's 10 of them. There's 10 of them, yeah.
Oh, I can do that.
Can handle it.
I can handle it.
Let's see. No, we've already answered that.
Oh my god, Sam Hewen's one is called The Fiery Trial because he's hot and fiery with his hair and his body.
Oh, that's the Emma and the Emma one.
Ah! Oh, they're like their Parabatai one?
Parabatai thing, yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Yes.
This is interesting. Okay, so Clary draws a picture of Valentine in episode 5, right? And she throws it on the floor. And I assumed that Jace was using that picture to track her, but someone later said that it was just a random one from her room that was burnt.
Oh.
But if Jace saw that picture, he would see Valentine and he would know that that's his dad. So it's weird that she just threw it on the floor and we didn't really get resolution about that, because if he found it, he'd be like, wait, that's Valentine? Because like that's my dad, you know? It's a weird plot hole.
That's like a major plot hole. That's not just weird. That's like major, like that can like
I know.
Still acts this way towards Clary. Like that'll be like, oh.
It was really weird because I didn't even think about that until someone in my comments was like, if Jace picked that up, then he would see his dad. And I was like, oh.
I'm always amazed by how just like awesome our like everybody is in the book community who comments on our videos, and how like really they like really analyze these things and pick up things that you may not notice, and then you're like, oh my god, thank you for picking this up, thank you for like noticing that, because without that we would not know half these things that we talk about in these videos.
Yeah, that's the great thing about like talking about it in the community, because you pick up on stuff that they don't pick up on, they pick up stuff that you don't pick up on, so then we get to like discuss everything.
I know, like all the details. It's all very nice.
Yeah, no, it's really fun. That's like, I love this community. They're so much fun.
I know, and like, do you know what's also nice about it? Like, everybody's very nice, just very kind. Like, you go on other people's communities, and there's like lots of haters, but here, like, everybody's like lovely, with occasional hater, but hater back off.
Let's see. I'm trying to find another question we haven't answered. Have you guys talked about that scene where Simon was trying to stab Jace? What a weird scene.
Trying to. That's the key word here.
But like, it's just something that Simon would never do, and that doesn't have anything to do with vampire transformation.
No, it has nothing to do, and it's kind of like one of those things where you're like, Ooh, I thought he would be like a superhuman strength, and like then he would be like Jace would be like, whoa, oh, that's a shocker, but like nope.
Well, Jace does say like, "What happened to you?"
What happened to you? And then he like tries to look at his collar, but I wish there was more of a like.
I wish Jace said something about it to somebody. He just kind of files it away in the back of his mind.
I just don't want to be teased anymore. Can he be a freaking vampire already? I want to see Vampire Simon.
Yeah, I mean, and like Jace knows that something must have happened because it was so out of character. So why wouldn't he be like, okay, let's do something to stop this? You know, like to combat it. I'm sure he knows how to stop someone from turning into a vampire.
Yeah.
It's another weird thing that like Simon hasn't said anything about his super strength. You know, like he just lets it happen.
I feel like he would like brag about it. He's like, guys, I got guns. Like I have, look at these things. Like I'm so like they may look weak, but I can push you like just by moving a pinky.
Yeah,
like, I feel like he would brag about that, but like of course he doesn't really do it in the books. But like I just feel like they're dragging it out so long, so it's kind of awkward. So
yeah, I feel like he would have mentioned like, yeah, all of a sudden I'm like super strong.
Clary, but then again, Clary's kind of being distanced. I feel like that's a Clary like thing. I know that she's like extremely friend zoned, but oh, you remember how Clary and Jace? I'm not Clary and Jace. Clary and Simon have that like really quick relationship in City of Ashes or something.
Yeah, they do. Throughout the whole book, they're kind of, and then they break up at the end of the book.
Yeah, that was so funny. Like I totally forgot about that just until now. I'm like, well, that'll be interesting to see in the show.
I remember I hated it when I read it. I was like, no,
she's like, you can't do this. No, you friend zoned. Like so now he's like being extremely friend zoned, and then to all of a sudden be with her in the next season, like oh my god, it's the same thing in the book. I was like, she extremely friend zoned him, and then like he's like her second choice, and I'm like, oh, poor Simon.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna do it because they're doing everything so weirdly.
Oh, this one's good. This is from OMG Booktube. Her name is a Book Lion. Literally Book Lion. Like you made a word. Like who do you like better right now in the show, Clace or Malik? I always like Malik. Always.
I love Malik in the show. I love Clace in the books, but
I love Clace in the book. Yeah, I honestly I love their development the most.
Yeah, I mean, I just loved that I had never read anything where brother and sister had been thrown into the loop there, and I think it was such a crazy ship when
I mean I've read I legit read a book that's all about incest, just like revolving around this like this brother and sister about incest, and so like I think that was after I read City of Bones, and I'm like, wow, it could have been way worse.
Yeah, I think you told me about that.
Yeah, it's like it's not a bad book, it's a different read, and the reason I read it is because it had lots of like people were saying it's very good even though it's on a weird concept, and it's true, it's very good but on a weird concept.
Yeah.
But oh wait, I think I just came across one that's actually
Ashley E said, "Do you think the Isabel Lightwood theory will come to light in the show?" And I'm assuming she's referring to like one that I made a video about, like the Valentine's actually her father theory.
Oh my god!
I don't think so.
No, that would. Oh my god! I feel like I watched a video where you mentioned that thing, but like, how long ago was that?
That was right before City of Heavenly Fire. Like, it was a mind blowing.
Okay, then I did watch that. I was like all about all those like all your videos that you filmed, and a few other YouTubers did it, like your ideas of what was gonna happen, and I'm like, oh, I want to know what everybody else is thinking. Ooh,
this is like my favorite. People were asking me to do the Lady Midnight one, but the thing is, everything that I would have said, I already said in the Shadowhunter Academy video. So
you have an answer, yeah.
I don't want to do it again.
Yeah, so it's like, but you can do it in the second Lady Midnight. So that's
the second one.
I start doing those, but I don't analyze the books as much as I used to. Like, I do, but like I when I read books now, I just read them, and I don't have a pen and paper or like a phone next to me to type down like things that I catch. So I feel like I want to do that with Lady Midnight because I want to start being more analytical, but I don't think I will remember to do it.
It's really hard. Like right now, I'm reading Lady Midnight, but like very slowly, and like I just want it on my iPad because I find it so much easier to take notes like that.
Oh my gosh, and you can't like because it's such a high profile book, you can't just like email the publisher and be like, hey, can I have an ebook? Like, no, you can copy the ebook.
It's too easy to send around.
I know. The struggle is real, but you know, You have weekends to do the reading. I don't know. I have weekends to do the reading, at least with my schedule, but I'm going to read in like 2 weeks, and I'm super excited.
Shadowhunters USA says, would you rather see Shadowhunters Season 2 or City of Ashes movie? The thing is, City of Ashes movie is dead, so
I cried. No joke, I was babysitting, and like I got the news, and I was like on the ground, I'm like, it was so awkward.
I just remember being like, yeah, well, we didn't do the first one right at the end, so it'd be hard to do two.
Yeah, no, so like with that in mind, I think I would rather see a second season because they're learning from what they're doing in the first season wrong, and they'll be able to build upon that in the second season and elaborate on more stuff. So I think the TV show may be the better choice.
I think on the same page. How funny would it be if we came back with the season premiere of Season 2 and Jace had an accent? And they like took all over the advice.
This will be their excuse. I have a accent rune on me that
that's like our accent rune conversation. But
why not?
I would find that amazing.
I would seriously love that. It's like, yeah, I spent some time in Idris after I found out you were my sister, and I just came back with an accent. Like that would be me if I went to Scotland. I would legit force an accent upon me.
It's so ridiculous. Like I knew one person who like lived in England for a few years, and she came back and she had like a little bit of an accent intertwined with her English accent. It's so weird when that happens.
I know, it's like that's a thing that can happen. I'm like, I wanted to happen with me in like Scotland, like please.
Scottish accent is so pronounced too. It'd be so funny.
I know. Oh my god, I would love it. I like practice it, and I actually whenever I go to like a restaurant or something, I sometimes I try different accents with the waitress or waiter or whoever's serving me, and I don't do like more than one accent when they're there, but like I always try to do something new to see if it's like it's just cool.
The Scottish accent, I always try to do it and fail so hard. It's so hard.
It took me. I like lived. I don't know how. Okay, this is what you do when you want a good Scottish accent. You go to Scotland and then you just study everything. That's what I did, and like, now you get a good one.
Yeah, I went to Scotland, but I was only there for like 2 days. It wasn't enough.
Anymore. Also, Laura McGee, I'm talking to you, girl. She just said Scottish accents are bad. I hate mine. No, yours are probably beautiful. If you want us to change accents with mine, please do. Make that a thing. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I wonder. Okay, so like, did you read like the extra scene that Cassandra posted? This was like a while ago when she posted it, but it was like the first time Malik kissed, and it was like this extra scene.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cute. I hope that they kind of have that in the show because that would be so cute. Oh, you should read it. Tell me what you think about it. It's like a really like quick read.
Wait, is it? I thought that was in the Bane Chronicles, or was it just their first date or something?
I think it was. It was the Bane Chronicles, but I think that she wrote it on her blog first.
Wait, did he come to his house and like ring the doorbell and then they kissed or something?
Yeah.
I did read that so long ago. I forgot about it.
Yeah, I read it. I was like in Poland, and I was having like withdrawals from like moral instruments because I didn't have the second book with me. And I like messaged my mom. I'm like, Mom, please bring me City of Ashes when you meet us in Copenhagen. And so she did. And I was like, and I would like ate everything up that I could before I got City of Ashes because I was having such bad TMI withdrawals by not having next books. Like it was the worst experience, and they didn't have any in the stores in Poland because where I was like they didn't have bookstores. So I'm like, oh,
that's the worst.
I want to say like have a story time video my struggles with getting all the Shadowhunters books. It's like it's like a full story time video.
Let's see here. What do you guys think about Izzy sending a fire message to Merlin? When did that happen?
Okay, so like the only reason I know about this is because I saw a photo of what the message said. It technically said like we're through Merlin or Merlin.
Episode?
Yeah, that happened in the 6th episode, and like I didn't really pick up on if I haven't have seen like the screenshot of it beforehand, I don't think I would have noticed it because
it happened.
It was very fast. It was like really fast, and you can even read the message. So I think it was kind of like a pointless scene, or else.
Oh, I remember not being able to read something.
Yeah, and it's like the fire message that they did.
Weird. It's because I was taking notes and like they'd had stuff go so quickly that if you look down for a second, you missed it. I missed that like Alec, that bet that Simon made that Alec wouldn't show up.
No, yeah. I missed that one too.
I was so confused when he like laid a $20 bill down for Jade. I actually thought that Jace like paid for something that they bought together, and like Alec was paying for that.
I thought that too, because I was like, wait, what? And then I'm like, okay, I thought that they may have made a bet, but I'm like,
yeah, that's what I thought next. I was like, because Jace said like, oh, Simon, so it made it feel like he won a bet about Clary, and he felt bad that Simon was feeling rejected.
yeah, I don't give him money.
It was weird.
What I did like at the end of the 6th episode was when you saw some pity and some guilt on Jace's face after Clary kind of not ignores him, but she kind of like just brushes Simon off, and like yeah, I felt so bad, and like you could see Jace said he actually felt like that, so I was like, good facial acting.
I liked that. That was good because you could actually see that he was kind of feeling bad about it. That's why I think it would have been better if it was a bet about Clary, because it would have meant that Jace is actually like feeling shitty about what he's setting up Simon to feel like, because he was bullying Simon. He was like, what is she seeing you? And like,
I didn't like that. And like, honestly, I feel like the show would be greatly improved, not just because of the CGI or the camera angles, but if Jace just got better lines that were more suited to him.
Yeah, that's like, they've made his lines so different from the stuff that Jace says in the books. It's been uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm like, well, that's been a thing. That shouldn't have been a thing. And it's kind of just doesn't suit his character. Do you want to answer like one more question, or
sure.
I'll have 2 more questions, and then.
Okay.
Somebody messaged us. This is from Girls Almighty. She messaged us the Izzy message, so thank you for that.
Saw that.
Oh, okay. So, what's like? I hope they like tell us about the arranged marriage, like he's being arranged to marry.
I'm sure we'll get to see that. I wonder if it'll be a character that we know, that like, or if it'll be like some random that they bring in just for the show.
Yeah, like, oh my god. Okay.
What if it is Helen from the Blackthorn family?
Helen. Yeah, that's the one yeah, Helen. That would be.
She's gay too. So like, and it'll be like even more conflicty.
That would be so good. Okay, I'm trying to find like one that let's just like answer one more question because I can't find like one that we haven't really answered. But
yeah, no, a lot of them are like repeats. I'm trying to find a new one.
I know. I'm like Oh, can we talk about this? This is actually really funny. It's like this has asked by Bailey, and she asks like, what do you what about how Clary thought Luke was her dad? Clary thought Luke was her dad. I'm pretty sure you would tell her or dad, and like she doesn't look like a mixed race child. I'm just saying.
Oh, I know. It was such a weird thing for her to say, like, are you my real
dad? It's like, okay, honestly, like, put the race thing aside, like, that she doesn't look like she could be. He would tell her no, like, I'm pretty sure he would tell her.
Would be more of like they would want to be her real father, and
yeah,
like her father, not secretly be her real father.
I think that was one of like this, like, filler lines.
They changed that in the past, that him and Jocelyn actually were both on the same page, because it changes their whole relationship now. Why aren't they together then if they were actually
I know. I wish they didn't do that, because I love how in City of Glass they started like progressing more.
Yeah, it was like they were too kind of shy to admit that they were actually in love.
Yeah, and I was like, I just wish they that's something that I wish they did differently, honestly, because that it's changing up like little things in the storyline, but they're kind of become more prominent later on.
Yeah, the butterfly effect as we go forward.
Okay. I think that like, what?
It's a girl named Lydia Branwell?
No, I just saw that too. What?
Wait, how do you know that, Emma? Did they say it?
What? Is Branwell a Shadowhunter family name?
It's Henry's last name.
Henry. Oh, yeah.
But when he married Charlotte, they took Charlotte's name, Fairchild.
To be honest, I thought when I saw Lydia, I'm like, oh, Lydia from Teen Wolf.
Oh God.
Here's a photo. Do you see that?
Oh yeah.
He looks okay. He's so hot. Like, it's ridiculous.
You know, if I could, I would swap him out for Jace, but I'd have him have the same Alec lines. I'd have to like puzzle piece the script together differently, but I think he can be a better Jace character.
Oh my gosh, I'm really excited about seeing this like in the next week's episode, honestly. I'm have a feeling it's gonna get better. But the arranged marriage.
Arranged marriage. It's gonna be weird.
Ooh, this could be really.
And we know that Cassandra Clare does not approve of this arranged marriage.
I know, Cassandra. I love her. She's so great.
Funny.
Oh my gosh. Like, have you heard about what's happened with her, like, in the lawsuit?
Oh, I have heard about it, and I think it's ridiculous.
I know, I read it, I'm like...
It's like, there's like... first of all, if this happened ages ago, you should have talked about it ages ago.
Yeah, it's just now because the TV show's popular.
Yeah, it's just now because she's, like, more popular with it. There's a million different YA books that have, like, similar, like, killing demon concepts. The whole thing is ridiculous.
Oh my gosh. So, yeah, somebody, like, asked, like, what's our opinion on that? And our opinion is, what even is this? Like, it's stupid.
I know, it's ridiculous. Like, stop.
Stop. I mean, if, like, having people kill demons in books is, like, a crime, then I feel like half of
YA. Stop it.
Name so many books where people kill demons in it. It's not
literally like she's been writing books, these books forever. If you had a problem with it and you're coming out of the woodwork like a million years later, it's
exactly. Oh, so this Lydia has a Wikipedia page. I'll read it to you.
Okay.
Lydia Branwell is a beautiful, no-nonsense. Sorry, I can't take that seriously.
No nonsense.
Shadowhunter who is abrasive badass. She has known terrible loss in her life and has become driven and harsh as a result. Sounds like Mrs. Lightwood a little bit.
Why do we know about her? Like, how do they have a Wikipedia page about her?
She is distantly related to Clary and Jocelyn through the Fairchild Branwell line. Oh, that makes sense. But what? Okay, she's a new original character made for the show and does not appear in the books. Okay, that makes sense.
So why do we know that much about her?
There's like a ton about, there's like a pretty good decent amount of.
You want to read the scripts and then make her a Wikipedia page?
I feel like that's like somebody's job. Well, okay, so like let's say what we're excited about seeing in the next episode. So I'm excited about seeing how this arranged relationship is going to progress, Alec, and seeing if Jace either gains an accent or, I want to see Jace gain some more character development.
I want just him to become Jace instead of weird.
Who's the character that I feel like he's kind of like, I know this is like pushing it, but kind of like Jonathan.
Like Jonathan.
Christopher.
I think he's acting like Alec, except like book one Alec. Like I feel like they've traded those two roles, Alec and Jace.
I can see that. I always thought that he would make a good Jonathan Christopher. Just like in general, I think that he would have made a good one. But casting a Jace is just the most difficult thing, I feel like.
Yeah, because especially if they're gonna cast a British Jace, they never cast. I don't know. They keep casting him as British, and he's supposed to have an American accent. And like, some British people can do such a good American accent, and sound like they're acting. But I don't know. I feel like it's really, like we've already talked about, it's affecting him. I'm excited to see what the hell's going on with Simon and this Clary and Beth.
Oh yeah, Simon vampirism.
Yeah, like the scene that they keep showing us with Clary in bed being like, Simon, when are you gonna ask me to be your girlfriend? It's just so weird. Because why would Clary say that? I think it's a hallucination. It's
such a hallucination. So I'm excited to see how that's gonna go. The next live show that Christine and I are gonna be doing is gonna be on her channel in 2 weeks from now, and I won't have any Wi-Fi issues because I'll be home, so we'll be great. Yes, finally, I'll be at home for one of these live shows.
Yeah, no, you didn't have that many today. It was pretty good. It was
like only 2 issues. Watch me like cut out right now. That would so happen. Oh my gosh. But I think that's like it for the live show. I think that we covered a lot of the stuff. If we missed out on anything,
next time.
Next time we'll talk about it. But yeah, so thank you all for watching. I linked Christine's channel down below. You probably all already follow her, but if you don't, go follow her. And we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Okay, bye.